This story has rocked both the MMA and wrestling world. An indie show gone completely off the rails, a brutal assault caught live on stream, Rampage Jackson's son at the center of it all, and now even Mr. Beast stepping in with an unbelievable offer. Before we jump in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update from Fight Lab World. A small indie wrestling show in California turned into complete chaos when the son of MMA legend Rampage Jackson brutally attacked veteran wrestler Stuart "Psycho Stu" Smith live in the ring. What fans thought was scripted entertainment spiraled into real violence, and the fallout is massive. Psycho Stu, 44, isn't just any local wrestler. He's a U.S. Army veteran who found healing in wrestling after battling PTSD. Since 2017, he's been grinding on the indie scene, trained by none other than WWE legend Rikishi, and became a fan favorite for his passion and grit. Across from him stood Rajajackson, 25, better known as Da Clone, the son of Rampage Jackson. Raja has a background in MMA, not pro wrestling. With only one pro fight under his belt, he lacked the training needed for a choreographed match. And that inexperience set the stage for disaster. Before the show even started, tensions boiled over. Stu smashed a beer can over Raja's head, a typical wrestling stunt. The problem? Raja wasn't told it was part of the act. Embarrassed and humiliated in front of the crowd, he took it personally. Though Stu quickly apologized and even shook hands, the damage was done. Promoters at Knox Pro Wrestling allegedly told Raja he could get his receipt, wrestling slang for payback, during Stu's match. The plan was supposed to be simple. Run in, hit one slam, get the crowd reaction, and walk away. But when Raja stormed into the ring, everything went way beyond a scripted moment. At first, the fans cheered as Raja hoisted Stu and slammed him to the mat. But the cheers turned into horror as Raja mounted the veteran and threw more than 20 bare-knuckle punches straight to his unprotected face. The live stream on Kick showed everything. Fans screaming, wrestlers rushing the ring, and Raja being pulled off Stu's limp body. Stu wasn't moving. Blood pooled on the mat. For a moment, people thought they had witnessed a man's death live in the ring. Medics rushed Stu out on a stretcher. Reports said he choked on blood and broken teeth before being stabilized. At the hospital, doctors confirmed multiple facial fractures, severe swelling, and serious dental damage. Amazingly, Stu regained consciousness the next day. His brother updated fans on Facebook, writing, "Thank you for the love and support. Stuart is conscious and does have some recollection of events from the day of the attack. Thank you everyone for reaching out. It's been difficult to get back to everyone individually. We will be setting up something for anyone wishing to donate. I will update with a link when possible." As the story went viral, YouTube megastar MrBeast shocked fans by announcing he would donate towards Stu's recovery. He reportedly reached out offering to cover medical bills, and even hinted at setting up additional financial support for Stu's family during his long rehabilitation. This gesture turned global attention onto the story, adding another wild twist to an already insane situation. Meanwhile, Raja fled the scene. His Kick streaming account was banned almost instantly, and LAPD opened an investigation into possible felony assault. Legal experts say if charges stick, prison time is very possible. Quinton Rampage Jackson later issued a statement, apologizing to Stu and the wrestling community. He admitted his son should never have been in that ring, especially after recently suffering a concussion, and condemned Raja's actions. Still, many fans weren't buying it, accusing Rampage of making excuses while his son nearly killed a man on livestream. Rampage also revealed to TMZ that he's now receiving death threats, saying, "All I can say is a lot of people giving me death threats, stuff like that. Like I'm a puppet master calling me a bad father. It's uncalled for. Anything I say gets twisted." While thousands online called for Raja to be locked up, UFC middleweight Sean Strickland offered a different perspective. He argued against prison as the solution, sharing his own story. "Prison should always be a last resort. I was arrested at 19 for 2 felonies, a GBIS. I would have spent 5 to 6 years in prison if the DA had its way. After 6 years in a cell, coming out with nothing, being indoctrinated with gangs and violence, I guarantee I would have someone." There was one guy telling me about how he picked up a murder charge, and I remember being pressed by him. That would have been my future. Instead, I pled and took 100 days jail or work release, a ton of anger management, and a decent amount of victim restitution. After a miserable 2 years of court. Luckily, a lawyer took my case for free because I didn't have a dollar to my name. Bottom line is, it's not about the person in prison. It's about who they become when they're out of prison. And I believe if I wasn't offered that deal, I would have been today, and more than likely would have resulted in someone else's as well. My 2 cents, rehabilitation over prison, always When asked if he'd ever open an anger management center after retiring, Strickland laughed it off, saying, "I don't manage. This is why you don't really see me in public. I'm not well, Lamau." Later, he clarified his earlier point, emphasizing, "What people don't understand by not trying to rehabilitate these people, you're making many more victims in the future. Going to court, then making me do so much, really changed my life." And finally, he added, "In my case, I was sued and had to pay victim restitution. Although my case was a little different. They said I had a right to defend myself, but I used excessive force." The wrestling and MMA community exploded with opinions. Reddit's top comment read, "We all watched him try to kill a guy. Your son's going to prison." Facebook threads were flooded with anger. "Doesn't matter who his dad is, lock him up." A handful of voices defended Raja, arguing Stu provoked things with the beer can stunt. Others blamed Knox Pro for letting an untrained MMA fighter be part of the act at all. Knox Pro issued a statement calling the incident a selfish, irresponsible act of violence. They apologized to fans and insisted nothing like this had ever happened in their 17 years. Still, serious questions remain about liability, lawsuits, and whether they'll face consequences for letting Raja in the ring. At its core, this incident is a grim reminder of one thing. In wrestling, trust is everything. On August 23rd, that trust was shattered when a veteran nearly lost his life in a place meant to entertain. As Seiko Stu continues his long recovery, he now has the support of fans, the wrestling community, and even Mr. Beast helping him get back on his feet. But for Rajajackson, instead of chasing his father's legacy, he may now be staring down felony charges that could define the rest of his life. So now I'll put it to you. Should Rajajackson be banned from combat sports forever? Or does Sean Strickland have a point about rehabilitation over prison? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe to Fight Lab World for more updates.